Hi, everybody. Today I continue the series about the Berkshire Hathaway 2025 annual meeting. Got my shirt on, ready to tell you all about it. Remember to hit the like and subscribe button. I want you along for the ride as we continue to discuss different ways that you can attempt not only to outperform the market, but to get exposed to things that pay when the market goes down. Buffett and Greg Abel got the question about acting quickly, acting fast in the market. Were there times where Warren Buffett and Berkshire Hathaway had to act quickly? He mentioned a deal from years back. They found a deal that was trading for $6 million. The company had $2 million in cash, $2 million in prime Philadelphia real estate, and $2 million of income. So effectively, if you take out the $2 million of cash and $2 million of property, you'd have a company trading at 1 times earnings. He said, you don't want to be patient when $2 million of cash, $2 million of property, and $2 million of profit are being offered for $6 million bucks. Greg Abel made one of the great comments of the day. He said, never underestimate the amount of work and time they put into looking at equities and looking at private companies. Just because they're not acting all the time doesn't mean they aren't working all the time. And it sounds like that goes for everyone within Berkshire and the subsidiaries that look at deals. They're not just waiting for stuff to come along, they're actively working hard. Warren Buffett said, to build on that, the ideas where they need to act decisively and rapidly, they never come in an even flow. He said when a phone call comes in about a deal, you have to be willing to take the call and be willing to hang up within 5 seconds. You also have to be willing to have a decision to stay on the phone. Now, you cannot be filled with self-doubt to work in the market. That's another takeaway. And he said that he's able to be decisive because, again, the organizational structure is such that a capital allocation decision goes through really one man. It used to be him and Charlie Munger. Now it's Warren and Greg and the team. But an idea gets served up. He never wanted an institutional investor. Even early on, he worked with individuals because there'd be a team of secondary people second-guessing him. Independence. So a lot of things to unpack here. First, when ideas come up that are as interesting and as cheap as the 1 times PE thing, you need to be prepared to act decisively. So that's partly why they keep cash on hand. Obviously, fewer ideas available to them, but be ready. And the only way you get ready is, as Greg Abel said, the amount of work they do in equities and private companies. So you can work every day, right? Keep working on the ideas. They'll get served up. You don't know when, right? If we knew when a financial crisis was coming or that phone call was coming, you would not be listening to me. I wouldn't be here. We'd all be on our own islands, obviously. But kidding aside, you need to be working hard every day on the research end of it. If Warren Buffett and Greg Abel are willing and able to do it, you certainly should be. The other thing is that self-doubt. Self-doubt comes from a variety of things, but the way to eliminate self-doubt is to do the hard work, right? 25 years I've been, 30 years now at this point, I've been reading through 10Ks and 10Qs. It doesn't come to you overnight. Again, you're talking about a 94-year-old who has on many occasions talked about how he's still reading 10Ks and still learning and still working. Independence. I think it's been mentioned many times during the annual meetings, but it bears repeating, and Charlie Munger talked about this also in the past, about independence, right? You need to be independent in your judgment. You don't want necessarily an institution behind you telling you what to do or a committee. Ultimately, the decision to allocate your capital is your own. If you want to relinquish that, that's fine. There are professionals to do it for you. But the more work you do, the more confident you will be taking that phone call or taking that decision. Just because the company passed on an opportunity, they talked about a $10 billion opportunity, doesn't mean they don't put the work in. Remember that. It's about making those good, solid bets. And he said 8 or 9 over your lifetime, or 20 punches. Not about taking shots every single day. The work should be done every day. The shots should be done judiciously. Thanks, and see you soon.